Ready.
A top 25 flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up.
Entering play call screen. Normal.
The Ducks will put toe to leather and will get started. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So UCLA's offense takes the field. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag for the running back position. David, this guy did.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw, man, so many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they...
Intercepted in the first drive. Here's my pick. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
iPhone, close, error for categories. We have 5 options. HB stretch is selected.
Looking for space. It's Green. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 Suns.
Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. You thought it was noisy when the Ducks rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Autzen Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
Entering play call. 46.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going.
Racing down the left side. The 20. Touchdown, UCLA. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Entering play call.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. Oregon State went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Beavs in a statement win if there ever was one. A top 5 flash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Moore to the air. A strike downfield. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback may change this route.
Short cross.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. The sure hands, it's Moore. Puts him in the spin cycle. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Goes. Zig.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And he will score! Touchdown, Ducks! These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
There are 6 categories.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Scanning the field is Iamalayama. Makes the grab over the middle. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get into. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing straight.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So his quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Hunt is on its way. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead.
Choose a new play. Choose from a wide off. There are 3 categories.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll go to the ground. Turning it on! Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Give to the running back. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
Short cross.
Moore will throw. Got his man. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
Entering play call. From special pistol, punch, there are 2 categories. You have
First play of
11
the period,
options.
first down
Slide
here.
spacing is selected.
On the ground, it's Hill. There before the defense knocks it.
First downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Drag down, but they'll move the 6 for a first down. The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The margin for error so small in a conference like this. In a Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
Really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting us out.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got an open man. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Might as well stick with him. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This whole place is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies the stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be knocked down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
The Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Fakes to grab. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Works the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignment. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense down. Instead, they'll replay it.
Cover 2 invert 2 big blitz.
First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Complete to the right. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Got his man to the left. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
There are 14
The Bruins will have it 1st and 10.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like, but
breaks into the open. Oh, sweet feet. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
95 might be selected.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On target to the left. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere.
Entering
Stop
play
at the line of
call,
scrimmage.
North. There are 6 categories.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football
HB
game, they've
stretches
got
left.
to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use his speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Page 23 zone open.
More to the air. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Off the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Bruins will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Moore will throw. Grabs it in the middle. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Off play action. Makes the grab. It's Moore. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34. just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Choose the formation. Close. Patil. AHD stretch.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them.
Entering play commits. Shotgun option 5WR error 26
After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go looking for the end zone. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Makes the grab on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's Flores. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands. When he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Choose a new player. You have 25 options. Shoot formation. Close. There. Patili. AHD stretch. Patili.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Flores. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we haven't.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this third down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Looking to throw again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Flores. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He caught it. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Entering auto flip. Entering play mid blitz.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Yes.
Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. Rushes on him. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
The Bruins line it up with a 1st and goal. Clock stops and we reach the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. 1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth.
Next up.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Option is shotgun, single, wing tight, there, ace, tight slots, HD win.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent. We didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
Here's the give off the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore to the air. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Oh, man, you don't see many of those anymore. Nowadays, the gloves are so good, the hands are so good. You don't see a lot of drop passes. Missed opportunity there for the receiver.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of him before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Converts on 4th down, still going. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man, it's Carr. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Entering forward wing pair. Trio off outside zone.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9.
Goes. Short cross.
From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack. Going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The decision to go for it does not pan out. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And he's going to go down as time has run out. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today. And I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this